Alright, what do we got? Doesn't look great. Black turn is in the tray, but we're going second, so our opponent's probably going to grab that. Birds with no eggs is the round 4 goal, so that's kind of anti-egg spam. What are our options here? It's not looking good. So we could go with the night heron here as our wetland option. Night heron draw gambit. Bonus cards. Not looking good. Well, I think we're going to go with this and pray for a miracle. Hopefully they leave the black turn for us, but I doubt that's going to happen. Yeah, they took the turn. So the woodpecker, really expensive. So I'm going to play my night heron here. It's just going to kind of show how desperate I am. So there's the black turn. They could have anything on deck. So do I want to lay eggs here and then draw an extra card? I think I do. I kind of like the look of the spotted owl. And it lines up with our bonus card, but... And it lines up with the round 2 goal. I think I'm going to gamble a little bit and lay eggs first. And hopefully it's still there. And we lucked out. Our opponent is doing the same thing, laying eggs in preparation of drawing more cards. So let's see what we get off the top. That is actually really good. It's going to help us with not only the round goals here, but just drawing extra cards. So I will take the spotted owl as well. Skip that power because we can't use it. Great egret is nice, but we're not going to go out of our way to grab it. I need to get that fish. We're kind of in a bind here for food. Kind of locked into drawing one food, and I can't get a second bird down to use the heron's power. They drew cards. Looks like they took the egret. I don't necessarily mind that right now. Gosh, I wonder if I don't take that tree sparrow. It's kind of a garbage card, but I just need to grab a worm and I can play it. It's got a cavity nest for round 2. It'll help me gain some extra wheat maybe. So I think I will take the tree sparrow. And I won't draw a second card. Alright. So they gained food. They took that fish. So that's not great. We needed that fish, but I'm kind of looking at my opponent's board here, and they drew that great egret, and they didn't discard an egg to draw a second card, so they drew one card and they discarded a card. Drew one, drew a second, discarded one. They've got the egret in hand and they just gained a fish. So now I gotta get this tree sparrow down. I'm gonna take the worm. Then we'll play the tree sparrow, and hopefully we'll be able to get extra seeds here. Got a Barrow's Goldeneye. Not really planning on laying eggs anytime soon, but it is a cavity nest. They got their second wetland bird. I don't necessarily mind seeing that. It's an expensive 5-point bird. It's not a brown power. And they're more likely to gain food and give us seeds than we are to lay eggs at this point. Although we will need a second egg soon, I think. But we'll worry about that when the time comes. So they drew cards, they spent an egg on the golden eye here. So now they're looking at 3 cards per turn, which is not great for us. But they don't have any type of food development yet, and they have 0 food. So they're really digging for a forest bird at this point. So I'm going to... Do I want to actually lay eggs here so I can get an extra food off the heron? I could draw 2 cards, but I really need food here. And I'm only gaining 1 food per turn. It would be really great if I had an extra card to chuck. So I think I am actually going to lay eggs here. They pick up a free egg. And that will give us some fuel for our night heron the next time we draw cards. So they drew cards again. I don't know if I mind that too much, but the more they dig, the more likely it is that they'll see something amazing. Still got 0 food. So I think now we'll draw cards. And I will take 1 off the deck. Not a huge fan of the condor, but it might actually come in handy here. Let's discard an egg off the heron for an extra card. That's no good. We'll chuck that for food. And we'll get rid of an egg for a fish. Because we want to try to get this grebe down and really blow the lid off our card drawing capability. But if I did get the rat, I could then draw the other rat and get this spotted owl down, but I think getting our card draw going first is going to be more important. I can discard the Phoebe or the condor for an extra food. So at least we tied on the round goal. Oh my god, that tray. Well, I wouldn't mind the dipper, but we don't really need it because of the grebe. But I have to take that Benelli's eagle here. I could discard an egg to get the dipper as well. And that only takes 1 fish, and it's a cavity nest. The grebe is a star nest. I think I'm going to keep my egg so I can get a second fish. So we'll discard that for our second fish for the grebe. Then we'll have to lay eggs. Red-breasted merganser comes up. It's a good card, but I don't know if they're going to go for it at this point. They've already got 2 wetland birds. And the merganser doesn't have an amazing point spread. They don't really need the nest. It doesn't have the right nest type. Alright, so they drew cards off the top of the deck. So it looks like they're coming up short on cards that they want because they just keep digging probably for a good forest option. Meanwhile, that Benelli was an amazing grab off the tray because it turns our bad cards into points. So now I have to lay eggs here so we can get our grebe down. Lay them on the sparrow because it lines up with the round goal and it facilitates our heron if we need it. Alright, so they gain food, so we get a wheat. Now I could flip the bird feeder if I wanted to. What does that get me? Nothing really right now. I want to play this grebe. So they got their forest bird, and it's a cavity nest. Every time we lay eggs, we're helping them out because of this golden eye. But there's really nothing we can do to get around that. That's actually helping them out a lot right now, because they don't have a grasslands to speak of. So let's draw some more cards. That's good. It's also good, but it might be a little late for that. Let's see what comes up on the grebe. Junco is good. Hawfinch might be good. Siskin is garbage. What do I want here? I have a lot of excess cards. So if I start spamming eggs, I'm going to be giving them a bunch of eggs. But I think got this crow and this junco. I think we start leveraging a grasslands food production engine. So I can actually play the crow off this wheat. But I think I'm going to spend the egg to pick up the worm for the junco. Keep the junco. So they took 2 food out of the bird feeder. There's no seed for us to grab. So that's kind of a bummer. They discarded a card to grab that second food. So now we've got 3 activations left. And we need to get some eggs on a cavity nest. They're probably going to edge us out on that round goal. So let's throw down the junco as planned. We'll lay eggs, tuck a card, get a wheat, play the crow. Song sparrow, I don't mind that. It's kind of pretty late actually for a song sparrow, so that kind of shows maybe they're a little bit desperate. Maybe that lines up with a bonus card of theirs. I suspect they'll lay eggs and move it to their forest. So let's stick with the original plan. Tuck the Phoebe. Get a wheat. They laid their eggs, so they're going to win the round goal easily. They did move the sparrow into the forest. Do I want to draw cards here or play the crow? I think I'm going to draw cards and see what options come up here. Don't need any of that. Carrion crow. Don't really need any of that. What food do I need? I'm going to be getting wheat and any off the crow junco. I could get a rat here for the owl. And we're still on the board for the round goal. Not going to play any of these. So they gained food and didn't deny us the wheat, so that's a free grab there. So we lose that round goal as expected. They're filling up quickly on their cavity nest though, so eventually we're not going to be handing out that free egg. It's kind of a pain in the butt right now. White-throated swift, that's a good grassland bird. Looking to develop their grasslands here, so that's just going to make them fill up with eggs even faster. It's another cavity nest for their golden eye, but kind of setting themselves up to be overlaying eggs. So let's get our crow down. use a wheat. So they did take the yellow rumped warbler out of the tray. That's an interesting pick. I don't know that I mind that. So now we need food. Discard, pick up the second rat for the owl. Tuck the whistling duck. So we get to flip the bird feeder and get a wheat. That's pretty great. They gained food. I don't think they discarded a card. They moved the sparrow to the wetlands, so they're telegraphing that they're going to draw cards here probably. Let's throw down our owl. We really need to focus on getting 2 more forest birds. Come on, good bonus card. So yeah, that was a good pull. I saw that rat and I wondered Raven, but I wasn't totally convinced, but it is a Raven that we're contending with here. So we'll drop our Benellis to help toward the round goal. I almost wonder, do I want to keep that condor? I don't think so. So we'll pull ahead quite a bit on the round goal. So now they're going to be spamming eggs for sure. I don't know if a late round 3 Raven helps too much. So they laid their eggs, they got a cherry and a wheat. Time to draw cards. Red like partridge, kinda late for that. I do have the wheat for it. Warbler's good, that's our forest bird. Tanager, can make that work. We only have 2 slots left and we need 2 forest birds. But I can't keep both of those. I don't have any eggs. So I'm gonna go with, I think, the Cerulean Warbler. It's a cheaper forest bird. Hopefully we score some really good bonus points off that. They laid eggs. Probably gonna try to drop some 3 food cost bird here. Try to catch up on this round goal. Lay our eggs. Get a worm for the warbler. And we'll tuck the partridge for another wheat. They laid eggs again very quickly. We got a stacked tray here. Did I miss the... Yeah, the round goal, the 3rd round didn't calculate. We won it. Just skipped right to the tray here. But this is huge. Gonna take the red knot and the white stork. Let's deny the ibis. And we want... Let's take a fish for the stork. And we'll keep the ibis. And we'll actually be able to hit 4 fish-eating birds here for Fishery Manager. That's pretty huge. That tray was pretty great for us. Only got 4 activations left, though. So the European goldfinch, they want to try to shave that point off the Junko. It's kind of late in the game for that, but every little bit helps, I guess. So let's throw down the stork. Spotted sandpiper. Don't know that I mind that here. They're definitely going to try to burn off as many eggs as they can. So that's probably what that is. Playing that bird into column 4 to burn 2 eggs off. We need to get this ibis down. So we'll lay eggs here. Let's see what comes up on the tray. Take the mockingbird. Chuck an egg, and we'll get the fish. Tuck the gnatcatcher to get a wheat. We need the food. So we can actually play the ibis here. We have 2 activations left. Could play the ibis and then lay eggs. Wood stork in the tray is good, but there's just not enough time to make that happen. They laid eggs. And they've got 2 cherries. Is that a cedar waxwing coming here at the end? Not sure I mind that. We've got to play the ibis. Major point bomb. And then I think we just lay eggs here. Too bad we couldn't get this warbler down. They laid eggs. So if we lay eggs and they get one off their golden eye, they can just drop it on their chickadee. We wouldn't be denying them another bird for the round goal. We're way ahead on the goal anyway. That could be a mountain bluebird. Something else to burn off 3 eggs. To open up the chickadee and the sandpiper for 2 more birds. With no eggs, but they can't catch us on the round goal anyway. There's some type of double play coming here, I think. So all we can really do here is lay eggs. We'll skip the stork. Skip the crow. And we'll tuck for the food for the tiebreakers. Alright, we needed that. Win that handily. Moment of truth. Should be ahead on bird points, yep. Bonus cards, I think we did better, yep. Round goals, we did better. Eggs, I think my opponent did better there, yep. And tucked cards. Alright, low scoring game. 88 to 77, good game to my opponent.